Hello, everyone. I'm Phalanges.
And I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit, otherwise known as Dazz YouTube.
Welcome to the MouseCast podcast for the week of Friday, January 31st. We're talking about this week Finalmouse Centerpiece Pro. Finalmouse made the final keyboard? Question mark. Also, we launched a Discord.
We're going to look at some GPX yellowing. There's been an epidemic across Reddit and I guess the world. And also some GPX DEX clones incoming finally.
Yeah, we're going to have to walk back. We kind of roasted the poor dude in last week's pod about the yellowy GPX, and we're going to be eating our words.
His poop pants, yeah.
Yep. So you guys subscribe if this is something you like. We put out episodes every single week. What's on your desk right now?
Got the Energon Pro, which honestly feels slow to me compared to the Infinite Speed.
Really?
I've been testing it out some. Yeah, it feels like just too slow. I don't know. It's weird. And then got this R1 Pro Max that I just traded you for. I've also been messing around with the MCHO's L7 again because I really enjoy this little mouse. So.
Okay. And it's funny. So you're using two things from me, and I'm also using two things from you. The ATK F1 Ultimate Leviathan. I made the scroll wheel white because why not? And then Infinity Mice Ruin 500 by 500 Spandex Artisan Clone.
How's that been for you?
Speed pad. Absolutely love it. It's a little bit slower, a little bit faster than my LiDAR, a little bit slower than the Energon.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So let's talk about this Discord that we're doing a thing, huh? So
yes.
Why don't you kick this off?
Yeah, so it was just like an idea to potentially just kind of strengthen the community around both the podcast and the YouTube channel that I've been doing. So I just called it Dazz YouTube Discord. We have a whole bunch of different channels to just talk about stuff and things related to gaming mice, keyboards, hardware, whatever you want to talk about, gaming. Post videos in there when they come out. And yeah, just hopefully kind of grow a little community to just talk about mice, just a place to go and chat. So
yeah, and for the podcast viewers, if you like the podcast and you want to discuss more here, you can talk about the podcast. We're always taking suggestions. Like I literally posted, we're going to have some new banners this week for gaming mouse news. Oh wait, that's already up. Whoops, I goofed up. And yeah, I don't know. Like we want feedback. I don't know. We get comments that are like, doing a great job. Keep it up, guys. Cool. Okay, what are we doing a great job at? Because I don't know. All right.
Oh yeah, and I did like a community poll on my channel, and like the highest voted thing was giveaway, and like Discord was one vote behind it. So like, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna announce this and a giveaway once I figure out how to do it, because YouTube giveaways are seemingly impossible. In a quick video on my channel soon. So
yeah. Okay. First topic: Finalmouse Centerpiece Pro. So if you've been living under a rock, or you know what, actually. It's okay if you haven't heard about this because I kind of forgot until it suddenly came back. So Finalmouse is making a keyboard, if you guys don't know. The Centerpiece was originally announced like 2 years ago with the Finalmouse Last Legend. Finalmouse Last Legend. When you ordered this mouse, yeah, this one. I think it was this one. When you ordered this mouse, you got a code, Centerpiece code, little card with your mouse, and this code, I don't know what it, do you know what they said the code would be used for exactly?
I don't. What is that bottom right picture from Billy Billy with the pre-order now text? Yeah, is that like saying it gave you exclusive access to pre-order? Is that what it was?
Centerpiece keyboard exclusive access code included. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So if you have this, that is exactly what it Finalmouse, they say at the very end here, Founders Edition available to pre-order February 1st, 2025 at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Those with an early access code can purchase starting 24 hours earlier. So you get the privilege of
buying a $350 keyboard.
$349. The Centerpiece Pro starts at just $349. But why is this 2 years delayed? It's quite simple. Because Hall effect. When the Centerpiece Pro was officially announced, it was going to be like Gateron Black or something. It was going to be like traditional mechanical switches. I think this is the original video. Yeah, so let's get into the details here. It's a screen underneath a keyboard. Now, the engineering behind it seems pretty cool. I should just play the video and walk through it. The layout, it looks like a Varmillo 68 key layout. The video here just goes through. They have this laminated display stack, LDCS or something they call it. They had to like patent a couple of things. This is pretty cool, showing how it's made. So the keycaps are totally transparent. The like grid they sit in is totally transparent. You see the spring and then obviously the magnets inside of here because it's Hall effect. If they had released this, this would have been a huge flop if it was not Hall effect.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So that was 100% the right play to pull it and to wait.
Man, for $350, I could buy like 7 to like 20 cheap Chinese mouse clones and have just the time of my life. Like,
it's very true. $350 is a lot. I am still in the belief that it's not. I'm not shocked. I would have expected $299. I would have been shocked if it was $249. Yeah. $349. I'm not surprised by.
If you think about the price of like a Viper V3 Pro, this is like 2 of those.
Right, so Finalmouse was doing, like, the Aim Gods drop was, like, $180 for a mouse, and that was back when the top-tier mice would launch at, like, $150. So, yes, it was expensive, but it wasn't crazy. People absolutely spent $350 on a keyboard. Wooting 60HE is $200?
220, maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
I should know.
So...
let's look at the 80HE. I'll get a price here.
Okay, I don't, yeah, again, I don't want to, like, super defend and be like, oh, yeah, $349, no problem. That's, like, really privileged if you're buying a $349 keyboard. But...
right, 200, yep.
You know what? Dude, okay. Okay, so $200, okay, for a Wooting. The thing is, you buy a Wooting, and you're done, right? Great keyboard, you're done.
That's what I did. Yep.
Cool. You buy this. This is... we're only looking at the Founders Edition, okay? Finalmouse Discord, baby. You gotta collect all of them in order to get the rolls. They opened up a whole new product segment. Now they can have Discord rolls for their different keyboards. And you know, all it's gonna change is gonna be like the frame. Oh, they can change like different layouts too, though. This 68 key layout, it's not bad. I also don't think it's great, dude. Like, if you want a compact keyboard, you have all this stupid space here.
Yeah.
I do think the open space can be utilized. Like, I imagine if there's going to be a way to customize this, you could put up, like, a clock or other game info or something.
So what's the ultimate setup now? Centerpiece Pro, Razer Valkyrie Signature Edition, limited run, anime... girl glass pad, like
no. Well, the Finalmouse. Well, you can be all Finalmouse now. Keyboard,
oh, that's true.
Glass pad. Yeah, Horizon was their pad, right? And one
like
more thing.
Comp or something. Yeah.
When I saw this, I thought it was going to be another announcement. No, it's just literally the price. No volume knob, so it's a deal breaker for me. I wasn't going to get one anyway. They did talk about. Let's see, I did actually have some notes here. It'll have, I should have talked about this first. It'll have rapid trigger, obviously. It'll have SOCD, aka Snap Tap. It's going to be compatible with their XLAT tester and their marketing industry leading latency, of course. Xpanel for their online web customization. They talk about it's going to sound amazing. It uses like a gasketed isolated structure and black aluminum case. Thockier, fuller sound that's absolutely heavenly.
The phrasing here is so
the legends are editable. That's kind of cool. So that's legitimately cool if you want to like change languages on the fly, I guess.
It is a cool product, to be fair.
Yep.
Like, it's just follow me.
Internal CPU and GPU, so it does not use any of your computer's resources to run this display. Sure. I do know, so we did, Random Frank P took a look at 2 other keyboards in the past. One is the Flux keyboard. I think you said the pre-order for this was...
yeah, $450.
$450. Wow. This is another display under keyboard style, but this is not mechanical. This is like a capacitive touch keyboard with like a... You know those like silicone boots that my grandma had over her keyboard to protect it from dust?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically that, but transparent. I don't know. Finalmouse is looking good here. Oh, and
Yep.
this was also, did you see what did that Kickstarter say when? Hmm.
If you hit the pre-order batch there, it'll tell you.
Pre-order batch, thank you. Oh crap. Estimated delivery
April.
of April 2025. Dude, I could have sworn this thing was announced in like 2022 or something.
Maybe.
And then the other one was the DS Pixel. This one I know nothing about. Random Frank P just mentions it. It's another capacitive touchscreen with the silicone boot though. So,
If you Google Flux, March 23rd, 2023, Flux, the Finalmouse Centerpiece killer.
oh, yeah. Well, neither of those
Two
are
years.
HE, so I do think that Finalmouse has a place in the market. Um, was there anything else I was going to say? Oh yeah, it does have an F-row. What are your thoughts on that? It actually has an F-row.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm on a Wooting
Oh
60
wait, no,
HE,
it
so I
doesn't.
missed those keys.
No, I'm sorry, it doesn't have an
Oh, it
F-row.
doesn't.
What am I
Nope, it
smoking?
doesn't.
Okay, no F-row. Okay. Yeah, I actually use Alt F4 quite a bit. Um, but for me, the real deal breakers, yeah, no volume knob. I guess I could get like a dedicated USB thing. Oh, sorry, what I was gonna say earlier. The Flux keyboard or the DS, I forget which one. One of them, I forget which one requires an HDMI cable.
Oh,
So the Finalmouse Centerpiece is just a single USB-C. So again, Finalmouse, like they actually delivered a premium product. Of course, the price tag is absolutely premium, but yeah,
but
single
like you said,
cable.
not absurd. So
Yeah, I'm sure when you get into like designing a keyboard, all the little decisions like this that you have to make, oh crap, it's a display. Do we need an HDMI cable? No, absolutely not. And figuring out how to overcome that. Um,
people's custom Wooting sell for way more than this for what it's worth used. So
yeah.
if you're doing it, if you're doing it for keyboards, it gets really expensive.
Okay, so what would this keyboard have to be for you to buy it, let's say? I have, I'll do mine first. So for me, I actually would consider getting this if, um, it was a compact 75%. So that means I get the F row and and I want a volume knob. And by compact, I mean no gaps or spaces. I actually want a little bit more mousing space.
Mm-hmm.
If it was that, I would consider getting one used if they dropped below like $300. The thing is, complain about Finalmouse all you want. They keep their resale value generally. The Achilles that this is going to sound terrible. I bought an Achilles, Starlight 12 Achilles, for at launch for 180 plus $10 shipping or whatever it was. I sold it on eBay for like $360.
Mm.
Even if I'd sold it today, they still go for over 200. I would have gotten my money back. Worst case scenario, you get a colorway that isn't limited edition. You buy it for 180. Last Legends, if you they're still probably going for like 110, 120. So you're out $60 for using it for a couple of years. Again, I'm not saying that's like okay, but it's less depreciation than if you bought a GPX Superlight, okay? Those were 150 and they sell for like $50 on eBay now.
I got the GPX 2 used for $100 like 2 weeks after it launched. So yeah, this would probably have to go to 250 for me. Like if I could sell my Wooting and then not be more than like 50-ish bucks out, I'd be like, cool, I'll do it.
Okay. Okay. So for you, it's totally on price. The layout you're cool with, the feature set you're cool with.
I can get used to anything. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Are the keycaps compatible with like
I don't know if I
another?
would like the typing experience. Like that would be, I would have to buy this, screw around with it, and then like
That is
pick a
true.
keyboard. But I
So
couldn't just like for sure sell this Wooting and then go to this. Although I might do that anyway.
yeah. I don't know. You can't return it. You have to just flip it. So the
Yeah.
keycaps are going to be like acrylic probably or polycarbonate. So they're going to be glossy. They're going to be glossy if that's your jam. Um, I don't know what profile they are. They look flat, dude. So instead of doing like a cherry, I know we've spent a lot of time on this topic, but cherry profile keycaps. It's okay. This is probably the most interesting topic this week. Right, there's different keycap profiles. Theirs looks just flat. So that actually might be a little bit annoying, yeah, for the typing experience. They also don't say if there's like angled feet to this.
Alright, that actually is a huge deal. Yeah.
I think the having no angle is probably because of the display. It would distort it.
Booting doesn't actually is my main complaint about this keyboard.
Oh. Yeah,
I like it to be up higher.
Okay. Yeah, all the keycaps look the same. So that's something that you can kind of get used to anything. I've tried a bunch of these, but legitimately ones with a contour I do game better with. I don't have as many accidental presses, particularly when moving vertically.
Right.
So. All right. Finalmouse Centerpiece.
Take a nap on the pod here.
No, this is the most interesting topic. It is the Finalmouse Centerpiece. How can you not be hype? All right. GPX discoloration posts. There are a lot. So we need to walk back on something we said last week. And that was roasting Mr. McDonald's for his greasy acid hands.
I stand by the roast. But we just need to roast more people. There's clearly just an epidemic of people with McDonald's hands. And they're all banding together. This is a conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy. They're all trying to, get free GPXs. I still don't know how this guy got a blue one. Excuse me.
That's sick. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This one I have titled in the doc.
International color.
This one's titled Chainsmoker.
Good lord.
No joke. This is something you would find in a Chainsmoker's house. I feel dirty just looking at it. Yeah, I can smell this mouse from here, dude.
Oh, God.
He has no other pictures. My brother. Yum.
I'm just going to touch it and it's going to just crack and crumble because it's like 40 years old.
Okay, so for the uninitiated, last week there was one GPX post by a guy named 6 Foot Timmy or whatever it was.
Just go pull us up making fun of it last week.
Yeah. I wonder if I can search. If we search MouseCast here while I'm not.
Have we taken over the One Mickey Mouse podcast? I mean, yeah,
not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we actually do have this here. So, this was last week's episode. We go to GPX stained that I didn't spell right. GPX DEX after 8 days of use, and it's got yellowing here. 2 years on a white GPX 1 looks fine. And this guy was, I've run exclusively Logitech. I'm a Logitech fanboy, and now they're screwing me over, and I'm mad. So this was just one post, and then after that, there has been how many posts coming out this week? Would you say?
I think I've seen like 6 at least.
Yeah, I want to say I've seen probably 4 or 5. So it's definitely a thing. One guy even said the like serial number in his because like the last 4 digits of the serial number is like a year, week format. They do this for like manufacturing quality control reasons. So if there's a batch problem, they know when. So maybe that's it. Maybe there's like one batch where the post-processing wasn't fully. I don't know. I didn't think. Does the GPX 2 actually have a coating?
Hard
to tell. Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's very thin and crappy if it has one.
Okay.
My hand just slips right off of it. Like it's not bare plastic. I don't think.
Yeah, I do have a GPX 1 here. I mean, this thing's like heavily modded. It actually does have a little bit of like dirtiness to it. You can see that on one of the triggers. Actually, on both of the triggers there. That's more so shadow, but this thing has a lot of use. I use this at work though, where my hands get real dirty. And then it's also, this was Nerd Rage. This was from an eBay lot. I think it does have a coating. I don't know. So what I guess what do we say about this pod topic? That sucks.
Eat less McDonald's.
You're sticking to it.
If you're buying a GPX and you're getting the white version, what are you doing? Like, buy a color. I guess this guy's a blue one. What is that box? What is this?
Yeah, he
What
says
is the
it
blue
is
from?
it is a China exclusive.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, I do know on AliExpress you can buy just the shell. So this looks like it was a full mouse, but that is pretty cool that you can get shells on AliExpress. Okay. I guess I feel bad. It was such a hot topic this week, but there's not really a lot of discussion. Okay, let's move on. WLMouse Strider. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do the news. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be doing news, and I didn't put up the news banner. You can't see it, Daz, but my little banners. I'm so terrible.
Stop it. Start over.
I know.
Go
and
scratch.
now we did. Yeah.
I'm Buzz Lightyear.
WLMouse Strider and DEX Pro series announced. So Dawn Slayer user, this person has all the China leaks. The WLMouse Strider we already talked about. Let's get an actual picture. WLMouse Strider.
It is indeed an almost XM1, basically.
Yeah, Boardsy has like an initial impressions of it.
Which were pretty positive.
Yeah, pretty positive. Big fat skates. Yeah, totally XM1, XM2 kind of.
Possibly the best mouse they've made since the Beast X. It's what I would say.
I wish for solid sides, but they actually talk about this. Oh, well, first of all, the Strider, 3950 up to 8K hertz polling, 30,000 DPI. Switches are Omron Opticals or TTC Nihil.
I love how you can pick the switches with them. That's great.
I know, yeah. Battery is 300 milliamp hours. That's actually big for this day and age. Like everything's like 200, 250.
Yep, 230 in one of these mice. Is it the Dare U has like a 230? It's such a weird number.
Yeah. 80K. I opened the live Viatin up. This is a 200 milliamp hour. Only weighs 3.9 grams. It's impressive.
Nice.
And DEX Pro series. So we've already talked about this. Can I please click?
Used at like 100 or less, I would be tempted. I may get one of these eventually, honestly.
I actually am pretty pumped. Like out of all WLMouse products, this is the one I'm most interested in. I would
be interested in the Ying, but it just got such mid reviews. Like,
yeah.
Even if these under 100 on like Mouse Market, I'll be real tempted.
Yeah. I just wish for solid sides. Boards, you did say the side curvature is not as aggressive. Like XM2, XM1, they have that really tight hourglass waist. Okay, so let's go to the other announcement, which is the DEX Pro new.
It's the Mini Pro.
Mini Pro. Let's do the normal size Pro. So they have this new 3D viewer on their website, which is not working for me. But what I want to show is solid sides. Look at this. They have options for solid sides or your perforated sides. And the perforated sides are apparently slightly more closed off than before.
Was it Ponage that did this first?
Yep, Ponage did this. Finalmouse did this with the ULX competition.
But this one you can actually just like choose. So
yep, this one you can choose. Yeah, sorry. Ponage was the same way where you could choose with the Ponage Trinity
CF, right? Yeah.
It's funny how. Yep, so you have holy sides or you have solidy sides. It's crazy how this is like
really good things about these mice. So.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah, I mean, have you used a Sim 2 before?
I've never touched a Ponage mouse before.
Okay. Yeah, their other ones are pretty cheap feeling, like their original Ponage Ultra Custom. Ponage Ultra Custom. It was a fairly heavy mouse because it was magnetic sides, top plate. It was like an EC2. And then they had the Ambi, which was pretty cool. I think this was the first one to have an adjustable sensor position. Yeah. This is like an X2 kind of flat-sided mouse. And then they have the Ponage Sim, which is the Sim 2. Sorry, there's the Sim 1, which is an S2 basically, and the Sim 2, which is a Viper Mini. The glorious Series 1 Pro Genos that you have. I had a Sim 2 very briefly. It's closer to the glorious Series 1 Pro than it is to a Viper Mini SE.
Hmm.
Yep. Anyway, we are suckers for like, oh, new mouse release. It's the same thing, but it has flat sides now. They did announce new colors, which, dude, I don't know why I so badly want to click on these different colors to actually show the pod. All right, can we view them in the...
That is vibrant.
Oh, my
Wow.
eyes. Can you see, can you literally see my skin tone change? Yeah.
Yep.
Just from looking at my monitor. So we have a neon. If this is a real image and not just a rendering, which this looks like a real image, that is vibrant, dude. Impressive. This is... Okay, if you pick this mouse color, what kind of game do you play? Fortnite. Easy.
Rip.
This is for
Straight to
you.
the heart.
They have a like lilac kind of, well, they call it, I don't care, metallic looking though. A beige.
You play like Genshin Impact if you get the pink mouse. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Something like super weird.
This was my favorite. The orange and black I think looks so good. The blue
Halloween mouse. Ooh, I like the blue.
the blue is
That
very
reminds me of
vibrant.
Leviathan.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's just a very very vibrant blue. And then brown.
Poop mouse.
Brown. So if you guys like the color brown, go on YouTube, search Technology Connections brown. He has a video on the color brown, and it's really good. Okay, anything else for this? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plugging in my B6 Max because of this. Continue.
All right. Yep. All right. Pulsar fingertip mouse rumors. So this thing, we talked about this on the pod a long time ago because it was on their banner on their website for like a year.
It was on Twitter.
Yeah, their Twitter banner. So it just kind of chilled there. I think I got a really top up photo comment. Yeah, I said, neat. I won't be buying one. It's
I shared like the tweet of this that they put out when it was coming, and I got like 50 upvotes for just like sharing.
Oh,
a tweet.
okay.
Although there was a mass banning of Twitter links on Reddit this week. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah, yep. That was definitely in the news. Good old Elon Musk doing his musky things, and this
What a guy.
fingertip mouse, it looks like a little bit more full than what a fingertip mouse usually is. Right, it's a halfway between an like HSK, which is a more G-Wolves HSK, which is like a more traditional mouse, like it's enclosed,
Little stubby little guy.
but it's
Yeah.
teeny tiny. Whereas this is, it's not like Zero Mouse level open.
Right.
The only cosmetic thing they see, this like plate here with the diagonal cutouts, that looks to be a cosmetic piece that just goes over top. You can see the buttons, the fulcrums that they're under there too. The sides seem to have a bit of tapering. This is the only picture we have, other than the like stupid rendering that was on their Twitter banner. This must be their dongle here, which I don't know if this is anything special. It could very well just be a standard Pulsar dongle internals. I don't know. If I like really felt, I wonder if I can actually. Yep. Do they look the same to you? I don't really have a whole lot to say on this other than neat. I won't be buying one.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wonder if they kind of, if that's like a marketing strategy, you put it on your Twitter banner and you see if people message you about it to try to get interest.
Could be.
Because in this day,
again.
in this day, and like in a perfect world, like okay, let's say you and I are going to sell a mouse. It would be great in a perfect world to have pre-orders. This is what Tens is doing with his secret mouse, right? You get the pre-order because then you can go to your Alibaba OEM or whoever's making and be like, okay, yes, I have 8,000 pre-orders. I'm going to order 10,000 units from you. Fantastic. Because before, I thought the mouse was going to be a huge hit and I was going to order 100,000. Well, I'm glad I didn't do that. Alternatively, you don't, yeah. So it's a good way of gauging interest. But the problem with pre-orders is then you're the company who is asking for pre-order money, even though you're some big company. Oh, good job.
Whoops.
So I think there's like marketing strategies here to like figure out interest without directly asking people for pre-order money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. mean, he like the tens thing. He refunded all those initial pre-orders, right? It was kind of a disaster.
Oh, I didn't even. Okay, I haven't followed
And
that.
then I'm not sure it's even come back out for pre-order yet. It might have.
Hmm. I thought there was some update that he had recently.
It
I don't really
was,
care.
yeah.
Let's save it for another pod. Okay, next thing. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a drink of water and then we're gonna rapid fire through like 5 mice that I found.
All right, all right. Oh, what a gulp! Look at this guy. He's so hydrated.
I'm gonna timestamp that. Wait, can we do this for the thumbnail? Thank you.
There we go.
All right. NZXT Lift Elite Elo Shapes Nate Cirque posted this, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
wow, this thing does not look at this. We're going back to having side grips, my dude.
NZXT.
Okay, Elite
Thought they just made PC cases.
and the PC program that was controversial earlier this year because
Oh
it would
yeah.
like drain your bank account, then you would have nothing, nothing that you own. Okay, so it's like an egg shape, sort of. Big fat side buttons, pulsar light cutouts on the bottom, decent sized skates, weird little cutout at the butt.
Weird little thing behind the sensor that
Yeah, a little rubber thing. It's a rubber foot for the perfect amount of friction. No, I don't know. It's just a design element. They like their purple. 26K DPI sensor, so it's a 3395. 70 hours of wireless battery life, so that's probably a 300 or 400 milliamp hour battery. It's not going to be teeny tiny. It's not going to be huge. TTC optical switches. Bummer. You know what? I don't care. Why are we even... 8K hertz polling. All right, they're asking $80. I'm glad it's not
bummer, yeah. You were so hyped to get this. Like,
I'm glad it's not $100. NZXT knows they don't have that kind of pull. 57 grams with this many holes ain't that impressive. It looks kind of small, right? Like, look at how big the scroll wheel looks.
It does, yeah. It doesn't say how small it is.
Mm.
Dimensions.
Wait, secure grip, textured body, and rubbered sides. That actually might appeal to some people. Now that we've gone lightweight, rubberized sides are gone. So maybe someone likes that. Yeah, look at textured shell, rubberized sides. Yeah.
If you're watching, buy one of these and then show us your post in a few years when you've worn through the rubber, and we'll talk about it. So.
What a cool animation showing an optical switch, though. So this is what I'm talking about, how the switch actually has no electronics like these are. There's just little alligator clips, and this is soldered to the PCB. So
no debounce delay.
Yeah, actually, this is a sweet animation. Like, who does this? Is a cool job if you do this. Although, if you like don't care about mice, you've got to be so friggin' bored if you're animating this.
How have they not given us dimensions and expect us to buy a mouse?
Here we go. 118.8 and 60.8. That is small.
That's like a perfect size. I love that size.
They're saying claw and fingertip. Yeah, huge side buttons. I don't know, dude. Well, what's going to happen to this? This is going to launch to retailers. It's not going to sell, and you're going to be able to pick one up open box at Micro Center for like $35. So
at that point, I might screw around and find out, you know?
Screw around and find out. All right. Do they have a battery size here? No. Does have a 2-year warranty. NZXT cam for the software. All right. Okay. NZXT lift. Next one. This is kind of cool. AJAZ AJ179 V2. So I occasionally browse. I just search AliExpress for gaming mouse and I sort by newest listings. This is cool.
They do it.
This is this is a GPX DEX, guys, right? Chat, back me up.
Hey, Jazz, with the mice are cheap and the QC can't find it.
Matches, yeah. This is definitely a GPX. Like the side profile here looks like a GPX DEX. Obviously, the side buttons are different cosmetically, but
they super 1-to-1 the Thorn. Like the shape's very good. I mean, as long as you can open up a mouse and fix the clicks, it's not bad.
So the one step
59, right?
Huh?
You like your AJ159, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the clicks don't feel the greatest, but So the AJ179 V2, this is a different shell from the AJ179, which was, like you said, a Thorn clone. Now the V2, they should have just called it something different, whatever.
What a dumb choice. Anyway,
T-Link microchip and PAW3311 sensor, so it's going to have bad battery life. Mechanical switches, 100 million click Huano green shell white dots.
green shell white dots. Yeah.
Surprising.
This may be the dumbest naming thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I'm like mad about this.
The,
this is a different mouse.
Yeah, I know. No, I know.
If you search AliExpress for this, like, you're screwed. Like, anyway,
I know. They even have like Black Duke AJ179 V2. Just call it the Black Duke. Sure. Don't.
Mad R, Mad G, Black Duke. Send it.
Yeah. I don't know. Black Duke's kind of a cool name, especially
Boycott AJS. I might buy your keyboard anyway.
So, yeah, it's cheap. It's $24. There you guys go. There's some specifications. They have it officially on their website too. The dimensions, it's a little bit shorter in overall length than a GPX DEX, but everything else seems really similar. The top picture here does not look like a GPX. Like, this doesn't look GPX DEX, but this definitely does. And you can tell the ring finger rest is much more vertical. The GPX DEX is weird where it has a big old hip flare, but looks pretty like flat sides.
X3 looks like a G703 on the left side.
Yeah, I think there's too much hip flare though. Look at how it kicks out. You can even see that on the side view.
Yeah. So they'll make a Pro and an Apex version of this, right?
I hope so, because I'm interested. I don't know. I legitimately
want $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. GPX DEX for $40. I would take one.
I've never had a DEX. I didn't buy and sell one, so I've still not tried the shape yet.
I got one for $100. Mouse Market Magenta, sold it to a friend for $100. He's loving it. It is legitimately.
Wait. What was the battery size?
400.
Did I just see the 800? Am I losing my mind?
Oh no, you're right. Oh dang, good catch. So check this out. The 800 milliamp hour version, they're saying 56 grams. 400 milliamp hour version, 49 grams. 49 grams, that's nuts.
Good weight.
This is not a small mouse. It's 43 millimeters tall. The DEX is big. It gets kind of narrow at the front. Like, it's actually narrower at the front than where you actually put your fingers than a GPX. But then it has a massive hip flare that's like way bigger than the GPX.
You can buy this now? Shit, I'm gonna buy one of these right now.
Yeah. So I should have gone to their website, probably. Their website has better pictures here. I'm surprised Huano these switches for this price point. Of course, optical would have been nice. Like an Apex version would be nice.
I sold by the Ding Ding 3C store. I don't know about
Ding
that.
Ding 3. There's an AJS official with a coupon. You can get this thing.
Found it.
Yeah. And go to your coin on your phone, go to the coin browser, and it's 10% off with coins there. If you buy it on
my phone is my webcam.
If you buy it on your you're gonna actually buy it on stream.
I'm doing it right now, yeah.
Yeah. If you buy it on desktop, it's only 5% with coins.
As opposed to what?
10. If you do it in the app.
Do I care? White or black? What do you think here?
White, 100%.
Definitely white.
Two-tone. White. Yeah. Well, you could test yellowing versus GPX.
I just made this joke, and now am I going to buy the AJS AK680 Max? Bringing that up while we're talking about it.
Sure.
Am I going to buy that too now? It's been in my cart for like 3 days. Shout out to that boy Guru.
Yep, this is a Hall Effect keyboard for really cheap. A bunch of variants. No light black 1K. Let's zoom in here. Contour black 8K. So this is like a 60% board with front legend keycaps as some of the options. Okay, it's just, we have a friggin' swarm of these from Attack Shark, Mad Lions.
Yep.
AJS
is a good one, I heard.
MCHOs. There was another one I messaged you on. It's another one of those bunk as ding ding names. I forget.
What's one? I heard the Valkyrie VK Mag 75 was quite good.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. This one you do get LEDs on the side. I don't know what made. Yeah. Again, out of all these budget keyboards, I don't know which one's the best. I guess this one you get a strap so you can like nerd rate your keyboard into your monitor.
Yeah.
Maybe certain ones have like better gasketing for better typing experience, or like PBT keycaps instead of ABS. I don't know what makes the AK680 special.
I don't even know.
Okay, is it
I've just been
wireless?
wanting to buy one of these knockoffs to see if I can sell my looting and still be happy. So
Yeah.
I also really want I want Magic Ice skates for the R1 Pro, but like there's $10 plus on AliExpress. I'm not paying that, nor am I paying X-ray pad shipping. These are just me problems right now.
Yeah.
I've debated the AJ159P as well. I think you sent it to me. It's like $24. We're hardcore tangenting here, but like it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to find, but it's like a blue, but it's not the Apex.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's super
said it
deals
to
right
me.
now for like $23. Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
I thought you weren't a fan of, well, whatever.
I'm not a fan of their mouse QC, but
We can jump
I'm a
back.
fan of YouTube views. So
Yeah. Sure,
I'm
get a
being
special.
transparent.
Yeah, get a special colorway for the thumbnail. Let's jump back to news, and then we can go into personal ramblings with AliExpress. We're already at 40 minutes here, though.
Shut up, Dash.
So let's go to another mouse
You are
release.
a toy.
This is I posted this to Mouse Review. The Valkyrie VK M2 mouse. This is a bunch of different versions from Valkyrie. It's an ergonomic mouse with a dock, 8K hertz polling, mechanical switches, 3950 in the different variants. These are the different variants here. So the black and white, these are your cheapest ones for like 38-ish dollars. Well, let me actually, yeah, 38-ish dollars. Oh, these prices aren't totally right. I feel like there were better prices. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
This is hilarious that I just randomly shouted out a Valkyrie keyboard and then we have a mouse. I didn't even realize it was in the pod. Okay, continue.
So then the mid-tier here, Merlin, Mist, and Loki, these are $45, and that's a $33.95 with... Oh, where was the list? Where was the list? Here. I'm so glad that it's just, you know, we have these like same generic pictures from every AliExpress mouse. Dude, thank you guys for the charts.
I love them.
I
like reference them
know.
on like my videos. I'm either looking at them when I talk about the mouse or I just have it on screen.
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
So you get $39.50 with the most expensive ones. Those were they actually pretty cool colors. These two. They're not bad colors. You get what is it called? Evangelon?
It's like a knockoff Gengar mouse almost. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the yellow scroll wheel. For me, I think my two favorite colorways are these. Even the white with a yellow scroll wheel is pretty sleek. Or even the black with red. Yeah, I would go for one of these two. My RGB'd out gamer aesthetic.
Oh no, I found that super deal. We're unhinged over here. Anyway, continue.
So this is just a deluxe M500, guys. Valkyrie does, they just have OEM. So Valkyrie M1 is the other mouse they have, and this is literally just, so this is that one with really low button height. This is just an IFU GM3 or GO3. Shoot, they translated the button. This is nothing special. It's the same thing as an LTC GM022. Cool, car parts. Anyway, Valkyrie M2 is just a deluxe M500 Pro. I have one in pink, but it's on the desk behind me all taken apart. But yeah, you can see it's literally the same mouse. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I won't be getting one. I already have a deluxe M500. If you wanted a Thorn clone, I should have said that earlier. It's a Thorn shape. And this is definitely better, a step up from the AJ179.
Okay. Yeah.
But like the side buttons on this are really good. I love the side buttons. They're like Lamzu side buttons. Really crisp and tactile, big, glossy. They don't sink into the shell. They're like mounted and they're pretty good. Scroll wheel feels kind of cheap. Buttons feel fine. And funny thing is, the M500 comes with mechanical switches, but like a bunch of other deluxe mice that I'm finding, it has solder points for Omron opticals. Deluxe M800 Ultra Omron opticals Reddit. Sorry, this is just a quick aside, but this is me posting. Yeah, so the 3 pinholes that are normally for mechanical switches, this is an M800 Ultra that also supports Omron opticals. I have also taken apart a deluxe M700, which is the same story. It supports them, and the M500. Both support Armron opticals. That's pretty cool. You can basically get a Lamzu Thorn with Armron opticals. The
Nice.
deluxe M900, they're like a Death Adder looking thing. Deluxe
Oh, yeah.
M900 Pro. This does not, I took it apart. It does not have support for Armron opticals. All right. Yeah, it's a cool mouse, cool colorways, but I'm gonna pass because I already have one effectively.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next mouse on the list is from Metaphyuni, the P2. So Metaphyuni, their claim to fame is the Meta Panda, right? Yeah,
Yes.
this mouse. So this is an Attack Shark R1 shell, but with better internals. I don't know anyone who has this. It really flew under the radar because if you wanted the shape, you would just either get the cheapo R1 from Attack Shark for like 15 bucks, or you'd get the Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed for 70 bucks or whatever it is. So this kind of sat at an awkward in-between price point. But now they have the P2, which does not seem to be a shell copy of anything. I posted this to Mouse Review. So the top looks like an S2, maybe Zowie S2. Like this front picture here, this looks like a Zowie S2. This side profile looks like a Zowie S2. But like there's a little ledge here on the side. Sorry, 33.95. They have a bunch of different versions though. They have a light, which is with a 3311, I believe, 500 milliamp hour battery for 28 bucks. 40 bucks gets you the 3395. $54 gets you the 8K hertz. Yep, just like the Dharma Shark X6.
Only other place I've seen that, yeah.
And the GPX.
Okay, yep.
So I legitimately like it because my ring finger latch is there. Side buttons look nice and low to the mouse. They're not way up into the atmosphere. This picture made me start thinking OP1 though. Like this looks kind of narrow here, doesn't it? It looks like a small mouse.
Zowie like mouse button click design there at the end though.
Yeah, right.
A little rounding in shape, yeah.
I could have sworn they said something about like thousands of mold calibrations were generated for omnipotence translations. Yeah, so they talk about like I like that they talk about like the shape engineering, which is cool. The bottom of it looks a lot like the Santali S10 that I love.
Got one of those in the way. I'm gonna review it.
Oh, really? Did you reach out to them for a review unit?
No. I bought one.
Mouse Market.
Mouse Market. But yeah.
Wow, they don't come around very often. Yeah, I absolutely love mine.
I got give me a second. 70 bucks, I think, for like a G3 Ultra 8K and then the Santali. So.
Whoa, not bad at all. I probably paid like 50, 60 alone for my Santali, and that was what I thought was a good deal.
I'll probably review the G3 as well, just because I'll have covered the M-Show spectrum then.
Yeah. If you want to borrow, I have the lesser end G3s. I have 2 of them if you wanted to compare.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this P2, it's an interesting looking mouse. I honestly would pick one up if it was cheaper and if it came in a fancy colorway. Because it looks like a nice shape. OP1 meets Zowie S2.
I like both of those mice quite a bit, so.
Yeah. Alright. Next mouse. Next Chinese mouse. I don't know, people definitely tuned out here. Oh well. The Owepowe SC380. So if you hate yourself like Dazz and you wanna screw around with Owepowe, here's another offering from them. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on this. It is an Ergo with a dock. It's 59 grams, 300 milliamp hour battery, 1200 DPI, so PAW 3311. They're calling it the tarantula sensor because Owepowe's logo is a spider. The shape, it looks like a Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed or Attack Shark R1. Nice big front skate. That's nice. Has a dock. Huano blue shell, blue dots. Yeah.
I'm honestly tempted to just smash the shell right now. Like this mouse irritates me.
No, I'll take it from you if you don't want it. Or
I'll take it from you. Yeah.
I'll This does look like a very long, slender ergo. I don't know. I feel like
Do you
just
like left clicking? I like left clicking. Anyway, continue.
I think if you want a budget ergo, just get into with a 3311 if that's okay for you. Just get an Attack Shark R1. But if you want a dock, I guess you can spend $5 more and get a dock.
Piece of the shell just fell off. What a dumb mouse. This little like shard just came right off the shell because I like touched it. Whatever. Salty.
Just each stream is the mouse slowly disintegrates piece by piece.
And the last one just me stepping on it.
Yeah.
Office Space style.
Okay, couple pad announcements here. This is not super interesting news, but ESPTiger now has the Pioneer Talisman Yansheng V2. I didn't really care about this. I do think, what did I say in the notes? Oh yeah, they call this a lubricated woven fabric. So it's ESPTiger 480 by 400 millimeter as usual. Their bottom looks kind of cool. Their base, it has the giant ESPTiger logo. I don't know if that's coming through on stream.
Brain dead size. Man.
I know, dude. But they're calling it a lubricated woven fabric, providing rapid activation for swift actions, precise control positioning. Okay, that's a bunch of bull crap. Let's look at this cloth texturing screenshot. So this weave is like a pretty traditional weave, the sort of V shape you see with like an Artisan Zero or really any sort of woven pad. I can't really tell if it's what lubricated means. They're not putting oil in the pad. I hope not. Maybe that's a translation error and it's coded. This looks shiny, maybe. But dude, I feel like every mouse pad, when you look under it in a microscope, it looks shiny. I don't know. They do have this awesome video. Dude, yes. That's nice, showing how
like the later test evolved.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just satisfying to watch.
Isn't it?
Just put this on in the background all stream. I'll be zoning out to this.
Polyurethane foam base. Nice looking stitching. Can I open this? And yeah. Yeah, pretty good looking stitching. Good vibrant colors. You get your anime chick. If you're into that, you can get it in green or black. Or I think they even have just a solid black. I don't know if they have a solid green. I'd be down for that. 480 by 400. And you get a little pin and a holographic card and a sticker. Neato. Ships flat. ESPTiger, dude, if they just went to 500 by 500, they would be like the top tier pad. They have probably the most expansive.
I might main that like Chuanyan Black if they had a bigger size. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so soft. So, speaking of soft spandex pads, I found this on Mech Keys. So sometimes I browse Mech Keys just to see what the newest. You can just go to their page here and it shows their newest arrivals. So there's the James Donkey and the Finalmouse S450.
Ah, James Donkey.
This company, Owepowe. Owepowe. They have pads that I don't know. They're 490 by 420. They're nylon and spandex with a polyurethane foam base, soft. I just think they're cool because it's a spandex pad with a print on it, and they have. If I go to their website, they actually have their own website, and they have. It's the same pad, just different prints. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So if I go to, I don't know, WGR series, here we go. You can get kind of that aesthetic of pad. The base looks nice on them. $38 is not an amazing price. It's not terrible either. I don't know. I just like spandex pads so much, so I'm biased, but the artwork is a little, it's not my style.
It's a bit much, yeah.
Yeah, text on a pad is just gets old, maybe. I don't know. My favorite one is the bear one. Are you coming to summer camp? Sure. I think that's it for news. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, let's move on to Reddit recap. Hey, we have a little banner thing for it. Look at that, we're so official.
Hey, I can't even see it.
No, you can't. But Dazz is in the Discord because it's his Discord. I'm in his Discord, and he saw the picture before I made it. Anyway, he approved. Here we go. Reddit recap. Why was my Reddit? Oh, I was like, why is my Reddit recap going to Mouse Market? This was cool, dude. Randomly browsing 4 days ago, Pulsar Superglide V1 in Chrome sold for $55. I was tempted to buy it just to play with it. It's their glass pad in 420 by 490, like usual, but it's chromed. Look at how sweet that is.
Pretty sick looking, yeah.
So you might ask yourself, oh, was this just limited edition? Why didn't they make more of these? The answer is yes, limited edition. I think, does he have the, is there a serial number on this? 1 of 1,000. Okay, no serial number. I doubt it's unit 1. It's probably they're just doing that, like, to make you feel cool.
Yeah.
Tracking issues. Tracking issues. That's why they changed. So, what did he say in his post? Has tracking issues with many mice/sensors. Raising LED on some sensors may help. Discontinued by Pulsar, excuse me. So, yeah, it's $55. That's kind of cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this was a thing, but anyway, the discussion I was going to have, because this is kind of Reddit recap where we get more discussy, even though we're only 55 minutes in. Have you had any pads with tracking issues that have prevented you from using that pad?
Not consistently, no.
No?
Have you?
Sort of. So, one of my favorite pads, the ESPTiger Blaze V3.
Oh.
It is a Cordura pad. ESPTiger. Cordura is a speed pad. It's a smoother Cordura. It's not as rough as like an Endgame Gear MP or Cooler Master.
Right.
Beautiful artwork on it. It's really, really vibrant. I use it at work and I get comments all the time. Yeah, I have issues with certain mice. Not every mouse. Certain mice. And it's not like all 3950 mice. It's just going to be like a mouse here or there. So I probably should play around with LOD adjustment like this guy's talking about. Because it's got to be something with like reflection of the lens or something. And I don't know, changing LED, maybe it's just a different way for the sensor to take pictures of the... Anyway,
Maybe.
This is the only mouse I think I've had tracking issues on. Yeah, even weird stuff like the cutting board that I did the video on, that has no tracking issues. Oh, the other one, the Phanteks Strike Pad.
Oh.
Phanteks Strike Pad. I was using this at work and I forget which mouse it was, but it was the same mouse. I forget which mouse it was. Yeah, it was the same mouse that I was having tracking issues on the Cordura pad with. I was also having. This is a coated pad. It's a very, very fast pad. Very vibrant too. I don't know. This pad gets a lot of hate. I don't think it's bad, but coated pads wear down, so it's not desirable.
Yeah.
Okay. The next Reddit recap thing I have here is... Oh. Okay. I guess we did our news things. Okay. This, I guess, was just a teaser at first. Here's a better picture of the WLMouse with solid sides, if you guys care. From a Billy
I think
video.
we both added this topic separately. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Let's go to the next topic then. Which is, sure, this was a fun one. Forget Endgame. Name a mouse you can't stand to use. Bonus points if it's a commonly liked mouse that you just hate for an overly specific reason. Yeah, the Aula.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
This user says G303 Shroud Edition. No, I know. If you're active on Mech Market, then you've already sold the things you don't like.
Yeah.
I feel you.
The HGX was really challenging to use. It was just too low profile for me. I actually liked using it though, so that's like the opposite of this, but it was just very, very challenging to use effectively.
I have a ruby red one coming from Mouse Market. Got a good price, yep. I agree with the G303. It's just an unsafe shape. I just couldn't aim well with it. It's like, it has this big old butt to it that fills your palm. But then it's got this really nice narrow taper, which is good for very precision aiming. But then it has this big old butt that fills your palm, which then loses all your in-hand maneuverability. Yeah, this one I did not like, but I also don't want to say like I can't stand to use it. I'm trying to think if I actually have anything that I legitimately hate. Um, I mean, sure, there's like, you could throw out some like crappy office mouse. I know the Aerox 3 is one of my favorite shapes of all time. I absolutely love the shape and size. The weight sucks. It's
I
a
have an answer for this now. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a small mouse that's like 68 grams. So, what's your answer?
Aerox 9.
Aerox 9.
It's
Yeah.
the massive MMO mouse. It's just, unless you have like jack hands, like I don't know how you use that thing.
Yeah, palm grip. You have to be a palm gripper. I guess the take I'm gonna go with, because I want to not just give like a crappy mouse that nobody cares about. Asus ROG, um, Harpy Ace, and the reason is the clicks. The shape is okay. It's not my favorite shape. The sides are. I really wish they were grippier. It's the clicks. The buttons are like so thin and have so much bend to them. You can even see that on camera. They have so much bend to them, it just feels like mushy crap.
So your review spoiler, that's why I don't like using the Dare You A950 Air outside of a tracking scenario. It's fun to use inside a tracking scenario because I'm not clicking. But then when
Yeah.
I click, I want to chop my fingers off
Yep.
because of that bend.
Yeah, the bend is really bad if you're clicking way up towards the top. I mean, that's
I
just
think so.
brutal. I'm not even activating the switch here.
Yeah, no, it's rough. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
There was
Um,
a guy who like I think has just he's really sad now. He commented on my A950 Air short. He's like, I ordered this. I'm really hyped about it. Hope it's about the same size as the G Pro. And I was like, it's not. And then he looked it up and he was like, oh no, like it's like this, it's only like a small difference. And I was like, 6 millimeters is like the entire world in gaming my
it
size.
really is. 6 millimeters is a big difference in
Like
any
most mice are like
dimension.
what? 118 to like 126, 125,
Yeah.
like 17. Like that's like the big like average range, and like that's almost the whole range. So
Yep. Literally the whole range. Comments here aren't anything super interesting. One guy says the MX518 or G5 shape. MX. This is not a controversial take. I actually like this mouse. I'm weird. Yeah. It's a weird ergo shape. Old school
what?
mouse shape. It's just an old
Someone said
mouse.
Naga X. Hold up.
Naga X. Oh yeah, I can't use I'm with him. I can't use any MMO mice. There's not enough ledge for me to grip my. If I can't pick up a mouse with just my thumb and ring finger, it's like unusable to me.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Um, really, yeah. Any like super palm grip shape mice. I don't know. I don't know. Back when I was playing Star Wars Battlefront, I used some weird stuff like a Steel Series Ikari. I literally mained for like a year. This is a weird mouse that it literally even has a little bit of a ledge for your pinky, dude. It is a
That's what the Naga has too. Yeah, it's kind of nice.
But this is a very flat mouse. This is only a 36 millimeter tall mouse. It's like putting your hand on a pancake. It's very wide, very large, very flat though.
What's that chubby little Cooler Master mouse? MM721, 712. We'll find this shortly. It has a ledge on it.
Yeah, this
Yep,
one.
yep.
Yeah, it
I
was just.
actually have my Tile Frenzy PR all the time with that mouse.
Oh yeah,
Oh, what a world.
yeah. It comes from the CM Storm Spawn was the first one that did this. I think this was a collaboration with a. I think we talked about this on stream. A, a pro Quake player. I think.
Okay.
Anyway, um,
I still use a really old CM Rapid Fire Eye keyboard for work. Random fun fact.
So I feel like I can use any mouse, really. It's just that I won't be able to aim well with mainly palm grip stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else interesting here? I know egg shapes are kind of controversial. There's a reason why they're not the most popular, even though they're like really popular for office mice.
Yeah. No.
Razer Viper Mini, there's a controversial one that was like regarded as like the greatest of all time for like a year or two. Super light. I don't want it to hear about office mice. Nobody cares. Anything with less than a 56 millimeter grip width cramps. Oh no.
Anything with less than like a 38 millimeter top hump, like hump height,
Oh yeah, you use
not
a
not
hump.
for me.
Yeah,
I like the humps.
cannot lie. And oh, the only other topic I have here is just doom scrolling, which I don't think. Oh, this is just top from this week. Yeah, more
More
discoloration.
discoloring. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have had this in the pod topics. Oh well, you get the gist. He
Let's
has
see. I
two of
got
them
the
though, so he tried two of them. I do think maybe we should have discussed more. There was, oh, one's my fiance and one is mine. You're a dirty couple. Borderlands
someone's
theme park?
dirtier.
Yeah. Wait. We
Which
should have.
one?
Oh man.
That's a good comment.
Oh, I wish. Oh yeah, that's right. This guy had the batch number. Um, so this is like 2348 would mean 2023 week 48, which is I said like last week of November. Uh, anything else here? Do you still have your original gaming mouse? Didn't you say yours was you use a G403 wireless when you
That was
got it?
before the Model D you have, yeah.
Okay.
403 was the first one
You still have it?
that I would call. Nah.
Yeah.
I think I sold it on eBay, probably.
Mm. Yeah, my
My
first.
first one was probably a Naga X. Not a Naga X, the Naga Trinity. We talked about that. That was the first one I ever bought.
Yeah, first actual gaming mouse. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my first. We talked about this on a previous stream. G700. I gave it to a friend and I regret it. I wore through the rubberized sides. Yeah, I do regret it. That was a very comfy mouse, and it had the infinite scroll wheel with side tilt, and a Logitech just loved doing this with their sensor positions back then.
Holy Lord.
Yeah, I think it's for their battery storage.
The more I use and test mice, the more Ponage's adjustable sensor position actually intrigues me. I need to get one of those mice and try it out.
It's worth trying. My TLDR is you end up being able to get used to anything, so you should just pick a shape that's your favorite. But it does legitimately make a difference. If we go to Ponage Trinity, they have a good little picture of what it sort of feels like. Where is the... Did I blow by it? Oh, I know where I have it. I don't want to skip ahead too far, but they had it. Where was their... Whatever, they had a little graphic showing... Oh, here it is. Sensor position. So they even like sponsored a research paper on this, but this tracking path, this is exactly what it feels like. So it's not when you put the sensor position farther away from, if you're a wrist aimer, okay, your pivot point, your fulcrum is here. The further you move it away, that means, you know, moving your wrist 45 degrees, you're going to travel more distance. So in a weird way, a farther forward sensor position feels more sensitive, whereas a further back one feels less sensitive. I personally like further back, like on the Aerox, because this means if you're kind of a jittery person, this makes it kind of takes away some of the jitter without needing to increase your centimeter 360. But
I didn't know that was the thing, but that's probably why. I just figured because my thumb on my grip is like really far back that it was closer to the sensor potentially was why it would like feel better. But I know for a fact I like further back sensors. So
yeah, you could try that. I mean, you can literally just experiment with like fingertipping a mouse and gripping further back, further forward. It's a similar effect. Again, my TLDR is you can notice it when you're A/B testing, but ultimately just get a mouse shape that you like with nice clicks and all that, and whatever sensor position it has, you can totally get used to.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. I think that was it for Reddit recap. Okay. Let's jump into personal ramblings then. I do not have a little image for personal ramblings. I just go back to the MouseCast logo. That's what we're going to do, okay?
Stop watching here. I wouldn't continue. It's right.
Yeah. All right. So your YouTube channel. You want to go with your YouTube channel updates?
Yeah, I'm actually going to start off with the third item I have here, and that is that I had 2 virtual flop videos, the last 2 that I posted, which just goes to show that the content is very subject to the subject matter of the posts. So like these view numbers aren't terrible, but like 236 is the lowest performing video I've ever had at this point, which is interesting. And it must just be due to a lack of interest in this mouse. It was the most requested mouse in my comments, which just goes to show a few random people wanting to look at a mouse doesn't mean the general public of mouse people wants to look at a review for a mouse. So yeah, and then the $10 mouse one actually was the top performing video for like the first like day, and then it just fell off a cliff. It was not viewed anymore, but it's okay. I enjoyed like making these reviews, and I feel like I'm slightly getting better every time I make a review. So,
do you have this as search? Like, if I search Uhuru WM09, does this video come up?
I almost didn't know if people would ever search that, so I like intentionally went, but maybe people do care. I don't know.
Yeah. I
might
wonder.
mess around with it.
Yeah, maybe there's some like search optimization you could add here, like doing a hashtag with Uhuru or something. I agree, it's not going to be a commonly.
There's because I put the name there, and then like a hashtag Uhuru is like the top hashtag there right next
Oh,
to
it
the date.
is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
So like I don't know. It's just other people have done it better because these videos don't even have views. So I don't
Yeah,
know
this
why
guy
mine's not
did
coming up.
700 views with basically the same video format as you, $10. Is it any good kind of thing? He compares
Yeah, I
it.
don't know.
He has two of them.
I guess I need to throw it in the title. I didn't put it in the title because I wanted people to be like, "Oh, what's this $10 mouse? Let's check this out."
Right.
And it apparently just like obliterated. I also had this is the video I checked the sponsored box on for some time. I've now unchecked it after further review. Maybe that just destroyed it. I don't know.
Okay.
I actually tweeted at a couple like well-known YouTubers about what they do, and they just did not respond, which is understandable, very understandable. But
yeah, I actually really don't mind the Uhuru. Like,
no, it's solid.
it's a good shape. It's like legitimately a good shape. If Zowie felt like making a GPX shape kind of a thing, it's a nice rounded, very safe shape. Kind of medium size, medium large, yeah. Yeah. For $10,
yeah,
it's pretty killer. And then what else? What else
I
you
had
got?
it like 25 or 30, but like yeah, it's at $10. Let's see. I'm at 232 subs. At 250, I'm gonna do a giveaway.
Okay. Okay.
I'll probably run it through Twitter. Like I was announced it on here with the Discord server, and then like it'll be like board these giveaways on Twitter basically because it's just like way less of a pain in the butt. YouTube's giveaway rules are insane from what I've read. So plus you can't check who liked and who subbed. You can't ask for likes and subs, which I wouldn't do anyway. Twitter is super easy. Like the tweet, retweet, whatever. It's super trackable. Super like so then yeah.
So how are you? You're gonna bundle this? Sorry. So this is gonna be done through Twitter most likely. You said, right?
The actual giveaway will take place on Twitter. I'll announce it on like YouTube and then in the Discord, and it's being talked about here. Obviously, like look out Zach on Twitter. But the question I had is, what should I give away?
What should you give away? I have thoughts.
I might give away my loose battery X3 because I had two X3s, and I'll give the person the option of I can crack it open and give you some dock skates if you want me to fix the battery. So
yeah, that's not
that's
bad.
one option. Beside that, I can give you like the Alba shell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sure what else. Like,
okay, well, I want to back up and say, what do you want to achieve with the giveaway? You want to bring people to the Discord? You want to bring people to your channel? You want to get rid of old stuff?
I'm like happy about how really happy how well it's gone and how many subs I've gotten. So like it's kind of like a little celebration giveaway, and also like it's gonna be on Twitter, and like nobody responds to my tweets, and I want to talk to people about mice, and r/mouse review triggered me. I can't post my videos there anymore because I think they'll just get auto banned because I have affiliate links in my video like links, and I'm too lazy to type a text review out. But I really enjoyed the interaction that was happening on those posts that don't exist anymore. So like,
okay, so you want to bring?
This is the reason I cooked up 10 seconds ago as you were asking the question. But I legitimately think that. So like,
so I think an announcement in tandem with announcing the Discord. I know we announced it here, but if you're doing a standalone video, I think that would be a good idea.
And then just like face cam it like this, talk for like a minute.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think the items to give away, Um, do you have anything that's more like not just things that have like a thing with a broken battery, rattling battery? Me, I wouldn't care because I would just open up the mouse. But a lot of other people might want something that is more new-ish. So I know
Hmm.
like the VXE Mad R that you have, you're not a huge fan of. Um, or I just thought
I
so.
got one more video to milk out of that. I'm gonna do a head to
Okay.
head, and I think R1 versus Mad R. Do you think people care? Like that question gets asked a lot in the comments. Like VXE R1 Pro versus Mad R, and they're like, isn't like a video on it. Like no one's done that for some
Oh,
reason.
yeah, you totally should because they are
I feel like people
definitely
would care.
they're definitely
Yeah,
different mice. Yeah. Yep.
they feel different in hand because there are slight shape differences.
And didn't we learned that the Mad R, this was on a Reddit post, the Mad R was supposed to be under the Mad Lions brand, but
Oh
because
yeah,
of like licensing or some red tape, I almost said blue tape, red tape, they switched it to the VXE branding. But it is yeah, so I don't know. I think people make the correlation because they're both VXE, but in reality they were supposed to be segmented differently. I don't know. They're both ambies with a rear hump, kind of medium sized. They're both solid, safe options. Sure, I think that video would do well. I don't know, the discussion of that mouse has already peaked and declined for a
no, yeah,
while
it
now.
has.
But as a legacy thing for people to look up, maybe that's useful. I mean, the Mad R is a very relevant mouse these days. I mean, super deals all day long, $35. That's incredible for Omron opticals and like 39 grams or whatever it is. Oh, yeah, I'm not logged in, so it's going to be all generic crap.
If you pop back to my channel real quick though, I did that like budget showdown. Where is that? Yeah, the budget on the left there. Like that video started out like crawling, and it's just like it's the most consistent view getter now because people care about the Mad R and the L7. Like,
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
so I'm gonna do that video. I think.
Okay.
Other options to give away. I didn't use my V8 a bunch, and I'm curious if I get a different one. I want to test out the coating. This one's solid, but like after feeling the V6 coating, I'm wondering if like early batches were different.
Hmm.
I think I might give the winner a choice. Also, like the WA 950 era, I could give away because I'm not going to use it. Like,
Yeah. That would be a good one because it's a very new release. So,
yeah,
um, the V8, I had a white V8, and my Cyrox V6 is definitely a better, new, thicker coating.
okay. So it might just be the V8 itself.
I think having a Cyrox mouse. So the question is for the giveaway. I think one is how many winners do you want to have, and then two, like how much do you want to quote unquote spend? Obviously, the higher you spend, you're gonna have. I don't know if you were just giving away the WLMouse, and let's say that's it. If I'm
Yeah,
just a person who's tuned into maybe a couple of your things, I might not really care. But Cyrox, people are into this mouse. It still is
right.
relevant, and the fact that yours is doesn't have a battery that's rattling around. You're gonna get the box and everything nice with it. Um,
Yeah, because I can't guarantee that if I take the skates off and fix the battery in my X3, like I won't like mess it up a little bit, or you won't be able to tell, and then it won't like perform like a new mouse. So
yeah. So going back to how many winners do you want to have?
I was debating that. I was debating like two, and then like I might just send a bunch of dot skates out for like a second place prize or something. I don't know, or like a cheaper mouse with some dot skates, or just do one and they can pick their prize. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
What do you think?
I think I think uh, I think if you were to like frame it more like what do you have that you just like absolutely want to get rid of and you don't really care about, and
Third place.
and and yeah, I mean sure, and how many like what's kind of your budget, because you're gonna have to spend money to ship this. You're gonna have to
No,
region
yeah,
lock it, put some rules around this. I think I think
that's an
only
interesting point though. Only 24% of my viewers are US, so like it does limit the crowd.
yeah, and maybe you do another play would be this is 250 subscribers. Maybe you get feedback from this one, and you're going to do something bigger for your 500 subscribers. So you just have one winner for this one, and you put more money, more effort into the 500 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah.
Because it's probably inevitable if you're given how much you're uploading, and like you're going to keep getting recurring subscribers even if you stop uploading tomorrow.
Yeah, they would trickle over time.
Yeah, you're nearly halfway to 500. You'll probably hit 500 if you're doing a video every couple weeks, let's say. You're probably going to get 500 within a month or two.
That'd be nice. That'd be exciting.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think, and then as far as items, if you're not a fan of the Dairyu A950 Air, I think that's a cool one that it's a new release. I don't know if it's really talked about as much. And
I haven't
then,
even reviewed it yet. I still have to do that.
oh yeah, yeah, and then I think, is one of the requirements going to be joining the Discord?
Is that reasonable? Is that too much? I don't hate that requirement.
I don't think
Pretty
so,
low
dude.
effort.
There's
Yeah.
people who have you open up their man. I try to keep my Discords all clean. I only have like 6 or whatever here.
I'm like you, yeah.
Yeah, whereas there's other people where it's like folder, 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 folder. You
Yeah,
have to
it's
friggin'
crazy.
scroll. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a Twitter account that's only for giveaways. I'd much rather sign up on a Discord than on a Twitter. Yeah.
Do either or, but like I'd like both. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we could talk offline if you want to, or
Yeah,
maybe you
we'll
just
figure
have some
something out.
thinking to do. Because also we're
Yeah.
talking on the pod, so like, you guys don't hold them to anything that we've discussed.
And if this is very boring for you, I understand.
Yeah. All right.
Last thing about the YouTube, top 5 mice under $50 coming out tomorrow morning. And I'm trying the strat where I drop the video in the morning and the chopped up short in the night. Why not?
Hmm.
The GPX clone video did really well with that. So
Yeah, that was top
it
5
like has its 12-hour run,
gamers.
and then like as it goes to like Asia lunchtime, the short comes out and people watch it. So and US zombies are watching the short too. I do enjoy it.
Yeah. GPX clone. Yeah, dude, those side buttons on the M chos are nice.
Skates, they're slow, but they're a bit more precise. There's no bottom flag. Much like the Mad Lions Mad G main clicks. Max.
Yeah.
Max.
Okay, is that it for your
Anyway.
YouTube channel?
That's all.
Okay. So the PSA. Okay, you want to do the next topic too?
Yes. So there was a discovery as I was chatting with Dat Boy Guru. Follow him. Check out his videos. Cool YouTuber. Cool person. He was having some weird discrepancy with his DPI like across different polling rates, but it was consistent across mice. And he was scammed by Windows. So basically, it's kind of a thing, it seems, when you upgrade from Windows 10 to 11, they seem to reset your enhanced pointer precision. And that can have a massive effect on your mouse, on your aiming. So also it's worth checking out what your mouse sensitivity is between Windows 10 and Windows 11. I'm apparently a certified psychopath, and I'm on Windows 11 10 mouse pointer speed at 3200 DPI, which is apparently fast. So
Yeah,
I like to go
yours is
fast in
really
desktop.
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I think it's interesting that you use the desktop with enhanced pointer precision, which is basically just a really crappy acceleration curve.
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't?
No. This is a PSA though. Obviously, turn it off. Check
Okay.
it if you have it on.
Okay.
Get rid of that crap. But I've never used it. No.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's some people, I mean, like swear by it, but I think they've just gotten used to it, which is, the human brain's pretty incredible what we can get used to. But this is what the acceleration curve for enhanced pointer precision looks like. It has like these different jumps based on speed. It's really bunk.
You could probably get used to it, I guess. But
Yeah. The very first FPS game I played was called Combat Arms, and that had the game engine itself had acceleration built in, and this was also before RawAccel. So, yeah, I was playing with enhanced pointer precision and a game engine acceleration curves, and it was not good. Anyway, it was a pretty casual game, free to play game though. But have you tried any custom acceleration software like RawAccel, Custom Curve?
whenever I run across it, it's a YouTube video saying, I tried RawAccel. And like the end of the video, they turn it off. So I'm like, I don't need to try this.
Yeah,
I think
pretty
Viscose
much.
has a video on it or something, and Optimum has it. And yeah.
Yep. So
I'm good.
I tried MouseAccel for probably about a month, mostly at work, honestly. And I actually, yeah, here's Optimum's video. He used RawAccel, and I forget what he used it for a chart, but he rather liked it. It's one of those things that whenever you like change a sensitivity or something, I tend to start doing pretty well, and then I'll taper off because your brain kind of
Yep.
recalibrates and you're focusing more on it. I don't know. It's
Yep.
something to do, no different than if you've ever used sensitivity randomizer. Um,
A lot of my PRs and Kovacs are I switched to pad literally 2 runs before this. I switched to mouse. I switched something up, and yeah,
yeah.
sensitivities, FOV, you pick it, you name it.
So the only thing I guess I'll say is custom curve is, in my opinion, is a little bit better than RawAccel. RawAccel is like very mathy. It's RawAccel. You there's like linear, hyperbolic. There's like different curve types, motivity, um, and then you can like change coefficients, which will shift the curve. I personally like custom curve because you're not entering in like coefficients or anything. You literally just have grab points on a curve and you can adjust it how you wanted to. So at work, I was using, oh, you know what? I wonder if I can bring this up in Discord because I posted about it. Man, I hate how, okay, I don't want to risk closing our webcams, but Discord just the overlay for our webcams, I like can't get rid of it.
Mm,
um, okay, so let's try searching Excel. And I said, let's see here. Here's what I said about it. Okay. Oh yeah, here's the curve that I used. So I had for down here is your x-axis is speed, your y-axis is sensitivity. So at a very low speed, this is dots per millisecond. At a very, very low speed, this is like doing a crawl. I actually went below a 1.0 sensitivity
mm,
multiplier. So this is really helpful when doing office work and you're like trying to rename a file and highlight a dot in a file extension or
gotcha.
something.
Yep.
And then up to a sort of medium speed, I'm just at a one-to-one curve because this is what my brain is super used to. So most of my mousing takes place in this flat area of the curve. But then when you want to go to like another monitor, that's when you do a faster swipe. And for that, I just did a linear curve. You can also do like a parabolic or hyperbolic or whatever. I didn't really like those. I just like linear. I think the game engine combat arms that I played with years ago had. I wonder how influential early games are on it. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
game engine was a linear acceleration curve.
Mm.
So this was my curve. Um, yeah, custom curve. It's free. They have a paid for version that like gives you auto startup when Windows starts. Otherwise, it
Oh,
doesn't. Yeah. So, and yeah, you guys can support these projects. I want to say custom curve, the paid version's only like $5 or $8. RawAccel's free, and there's custom curve LE, which is free, and that's what I used. You just had
dude,
to
I just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you just have to click the icon every single time you start up your computer, which is one of the reasons I stopped using it.
I just googled like acceleration curve in combat arms, and the first post was like two things: set your mouse to 125 hertz polling rate. 500 and 1000 are not stable and will make your aim wobbly in this game. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's an old
Uh,
game from like 2008, so it's irrelevant. Yeah, from like competitive high level play aspect.
there was a post on how to fix it apparently too.
Yeah, and I don't think that ever worked. I don't know. I remember trying a couple things because I like quit the game for a little bit, then I came back to it, and I could not aim because the other games I had moved to, like Left 4 Dead, had raw input.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it was a fun game. It was a really fun game.
Good, good, good.
Yeah. It's one of those games where it was like not super ADS heavy, but recoil was guns had strong recoil.
Okay.
So yeah. but headshots in the game were a one-hit kill no matter the range. So you could spray a P90 across the map, and if one bullet connected with the head, you know, it's like an 8-hit kill at that range. But if you get one headshot, they're dead. So
Wow.
that was, they call them lottos. I remember complaining about lotto headshots. You know, somebody barrel stuffs you and you land like 3 hits, but none of them register because they got a lotto hit on you. Anyway.
Mhm.
Okay. I think that's all we have for acceleration. I had a kind of a nerd, typical Phalanges nerd topic, engineering related, but
This guy.
this is from the reviewer's guide from the Ponage Stormbreaker, and the question is, why are magnesium mice so expensive? Have you, okay, let me, do you, what would you, as a person who doesn't work in manufacturing, what makes you think a magnesium, why should a magnesium mouse be more expensive?
I would just assume the material costs more, like is worth more money. That would be my like base level, like smooth brain guess.
Yep. And that's true. I mean, plastic is incredibly cheap. But yeah, the thing is the amount of metal used
Or like
in a shot here still is
yeah, like the process to get it to like shape to what you want. I'm assuming just takes more like material. It's also more expensive. Is that what we're seeing here?
Yep, it's going to be the process. So it's
Okay.
high pressure die casting. Anyway, this is the reviewer's guide. They talk about I guess the only thing I want to say here is they don't show magnesium density. Magnesium has a density of 1.7 grams per cubic centimeter. So water is 1.0. Another reason why the metric system is amazing. Water is 1 gram per centimeter. Oh, and by the way, 1 gram of water occupies, because it's the density, it occupies exactly a cubic centimeter.
Cubic, yeah.
So it's just, yeah, water's metric system is water.
We're assets
Beautiful.
over here.
So, and by comparison, aluminum density is 2.7 as opposed to 1.7. And if we look at steel is 7.8. So magnesium is really light. Your laptop is, like if you have a MacBook or some premium laptop with a metal base, it is definitely magnesium. They used to make them out of aluminum. Magnesium's...
what about carbon fiber?
Oh, carbon fiber is going to be... I mean, carbon...
Like
fiber.
versus plastic. I'm just curious with like the trends. Like
the
now.
thing is, carbon fiber is... Yeah, carbon fiber is like not super lightweight. The thing is that you don't need a lot of it. And then also for comparison, ABS plastic density is going to be like 1.1.
Okay, so it's twice as okay.
Yeah. So magnesium is like 50% more dense than ABS plastic.
So interesting. The way you get the weight down in carbon fibers, you need less of it to be sturdy. So like that balances out like the
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing goes where like polycarbonate is probably more dense than polycarbonate's slightly more dense than ABS, but you see polycarbonate mice are lighter because polycarb is stronger, so you need less of it. You can have thinner walls.
Yep.
So the part I wanted to get to here is just the processing. I used to work in die casting, like automotive components, but this is just cool. So you start with raw materials. There'll be ingots that go into a furnace where they're melted down, and then that's shot into, I don't want to get super into the gifts again, but that's shot into a mold. So the mold is the shape here. This is where the shot happens. So imagine this is liquid metal, right? Being shot into a mold so that it flows into the mold, it flows into all here, it flows up here, flows into the mouse shell, flows all around. All these have to be connected because it's all a big old flow path. And then it goes up here to the gating system. This is basically just an overflow because you want to make sure that the mold is full of metal, that there are no voids. So then they have degating here, which is just you put this into a big old press and it ka-chunk trims them off. Then there's, I don't know what they mean by injection. It looks like they're knocking out a lot of the pieces here. So that might be again another trim press operation. And then CNC, so they go through and CNC, it's a computer controlled thing, drill bit mills it all out. Hand filing, my guy. Okay. So each one of these steps are like, this is automated. But depending on the factory in China, you could have somebody with like shears or pressing a button manually degating this. You could have a person manually drilling this. They have hand filing as an actual one of their steps. Anytime you put hands on a product, dude, the amount of magnesium here in material cost is probably, I don't know, $3-4 maybe. Maybe.
Mm,
I
okay.
could be off on that, but it's not $40, okay? This is your cost right here. Each one of these steps. And then you're still not even done. After you hand file it, you have to have a machine polish it. So this is on a robotic arm. Look at this. So each piece of the Stormbreaker, each piece of a Magnesium mouse has to get all these processes.
Well, it's not only machine polished, it's then hand polished.
Then
So
hand
yeah.
polished, yeah. Oh yeah. And they're going to be doing quality checks too as they're
Hmm.
and then passivation, which is a chemical surface treatment basically so it won't corrode. I believe magnesium, when it rusts, it gets kind of whitish.
It's really
Yeah.
cool that Ponage made this.
I know. As the reviewer guy, the thing is, this is such a good. I remember seeing this on their website, I think, and I was like, how is this? Nobody talked about this. I don't know. I feel like the education side of YouTube has really boomed recently because people get connected to a host and their style, and then they go back to that host to learn things. I mean, it's you
Yeah.
can have either entertainment or you kind of have education, and I think education can be very much entertaining. So there
Oh,
you go. I mean, you ever ask yourself why is the magnesium mouse expensive? It's because of this friggin' 9-step ass process
it's a
right here.
labor. Yeah.
Whereas injection molding, dude, injection molding, it's the same thing here. It's just plastic. So this is weird that it's only one mouse. Usually there will be a multi-cavity die, like injection molding spoons. It's pretty weird that there's,
Somebody.
yeah, it's pretty weird that there's only, yeah, here's a spoon die.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It's pretty weird that this is a single cavity, a single part. That might be because it's really complex. They have like a lot of cooling that needs to go on here. When you have really thin walls, that can lead to you need really precise cooling, otherwise it'll potato chip on itself.
Ah,
Yeah, so when people talk about like QC issues with things not fitting up and stuff, yeah, this is part of it. Why you have like pops and cracks on certain mice but not others. Yeah, I mean the molds wear down too. A mold might only be good for 500,000 units or something. Depends on the mold steel used. And as
plus,
it
if you're
wears,
making a new magnesium shape, there's the time that went into figuring out what mold works and like what amount of pressure you could put on what type of like reinforcement, like to get to a working mold. All that research and time just to like actually start making a product, and that
the
costs money and people and yeah.
yeah, these molds aren't cheap. When I worked in automotive die casting, um, engine block die casting mold. These molds are massive. Yeah, here's like what a mold would look like. All these things on the side are like different slides, so you can have like internal, like how do you get all these internal cavities and stuff? It's you have slide
Yeah.
pins that like come in. These molds, millions of dollars, multi-millions of dollars.
Wow.
They're kind of the heart of the whole process. So anyway, I think oh, here's a sand casting. So really cool. I'm yeah bummed that reviewers didn't highlight this, but yeah, what a great job that Ponage did. It's weird because they're not like a really talked about brand. They're kind of memed on, right? Because they're kind of mainstreamy, but kind of not.
Right. I do really want to try their latest
Trinity.
sorted, so they've been their switches too.
Hmm.
Sick.
They also picked for the Stormbreaker a 20 million click Omron.
Yeah,
Fascinating, huh?
it is.
Their 50 millions are the 50 million Omrons are famous for double clicking. So are their 20 millions though. You know, they have all the options and like look at somebody went through the effort of making all of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just shows they care. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. How far are we into the pod? We're a minute 38 in? Okay. Well, we're about there. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? I know you were interested in like the GPX DEX stuff on AliExpress. Was there any other things you wanted to go over?
So I actually bought one
You did?
through AJS's website. Go to the AJS's website for this.
Okay.
It's a curious thing. I'm gonna order from both places, and whatever ships first, I'll just cancel the other order. Look at this pricing they have on this.
$22?
But look at what the listed price is.
Oh, I'm sorry, my brain like ignores that.
It's so I've never seen such a discrepancy on like an actual mouse site. Like, so they only have the black there. I ordered that on stream, or like as we were recording,
Nice.
and then I'm gonna check my phone for better coins and then put an order in as soon as we finish this. So
Yeah, I want to say so if you order from their official store, it probably ends up being like the same price because you can get 10% off, which would drop this down to like $22, and then you're gonna, yeah, it ends up being like the same price.
And unfortunately, I've already used all the coupon codes in the sale, like the US NY 08 and 12, so I can't use those again.
Mine aren't working for me. I friggin' add the stuff to my cart and then I go to check out and it just says maximum discount is already applied. And
I've had that. So if you, yeah, I put the code in and I click it, and like it looks like it's trying to use the code, and then it just poops out and nothing happens. Yeah.
yeah,
What's up with that?
I don't know. I do want to,
Blacklisted.
yeah, I do want to
Banned
try.
on Mouse Market, blacklisted by AliExpress. What's next?
I do want to try. I do really want to try this mouse. I'm just hesitating because there's going to be a nicer version that comes out and I'm going to be like, why didn't I wait? The 49 gram weight. Oh, so did you have an option for the battery size?
This has literally one black, and it says 56 here, even though that can't be
800.
right.
They say 800. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I could have
it's not-
sworn there was a stupid plus or minus weight tolerance on
Well,
this.
this
Like
is the
5
graphic
grams.
for the max, and it doesn't say this is the max, so I'm assuming this is the
Oh.
46 gram one.
Okay.
What if you click in the little drop down there? What does that do? V1? Oh no, there's nothing. This is just very, very early, not fleshed out. Okay.
Nice. But on here, yeah. So the AJAZ official store, the max is showing as sold out. So you probably are just
Yeah.
getting the normal.
That's what I want anyway.
So if this is truly 49 grams with a 400 milliamp hour battery, dude, this is a big mouse for 49 grams.
You could drop that down easy if you drop the battery, and
Yeah. The battery's probably around 7 or 8 grams, so you could have
so
like
maybe
a
like
4
2, 3
gram.
grams.
You could have a
Even
4
4?
gram saving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then did this one have a dock?
I didn't see one.
No.
Which is
Looks
a
like the
staple for
bottom.
ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have a picture of the skates, do they? Yeah, we don't have a picture of the bottom. What a bummer. Give us a friggin' picture of the bottom. It's such a good way of analyzing a mouse's shape. That is such a dex in these pictures. This really tall side here.
The problem is I now need to get a Mouse Market Dex in the next like 2 weeks so I can do the video.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on eBay for you.
Worst case, I'll just scam Amazon. I'll just scam Amazon it
Yeah.
like a scumbag.
Not really a topic, but I do have crap.
Puckbee.
Turtle Beach Burst 2 Air. I am kind of interested in getting one of these. So first of all, I love
they
Amazon.
cone here. Like,
Oh, I have a cone at work right now. I really, really like it. I only wish the switches were different. I actually really like the shape and the weight.
is that what I bought? I don't even remember.
But Amazon warehouse deals, dude, comes in clutch. Oh,
Pro Air.
yeah. So the Pure is actually smaller, and I
Okay.
way like the smaller size more. It's just a very
Gotcha.
precise feeling ergo. The hip flare at the right here feels so nice on my finger. The side buttons are up really high, which is annoying. It uses TTC Gold opticals, which don't feel very well implemented. Like my M75 Air feels better. But
Yeah.
what I wanted to highlight are just Amazon warehouse deals, dude, come in clutch. $40. This is, I mean, that's like AliExpress pricing, and you
Yeah.
actually get a decent return policy with it. I don't want to say this is like in a perfect, amazing mouse or anything, but just saying, $45. So this is the one that I really want. I got a review unit from Amazon Vine. Love it. Absolutely loved it because it's basically an Aerox 3 shape, okay?
Oh yeah.
And it's like 45 grams. You can mod it down to like 41 grams too. The switches on mine sucked. They would like
Oh.
bottom out on the shell. They felt super hollow. They were literally unusable in game. There just was no like rebound back up after they collapsed down.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who had one who said he had no issues. I tested a display unit at Best Buy, felt amazing. So I just I don't know if I would just get a crap QC one though if I go for a return. But
Yeah,
anyway,
maybe.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Camel. If you guys aren't familiar with like Amazon price checkers, this had it for as low as used. That's not the best. Well, maybe it was black. They had it as low as like $33 used, which was pretty friggin' cool. Okay, not showing. Well, anyway, maybe I'm doing the wrong link. But point is, $33, dude. I would get one of these instantly. Just wish it came in a fun color and that they used actually good clicks. Yeah, Amazon, dude, it's a good place to find deals if you are willing to search a little bit. Like I like searching 2600 mouse since that's the DPI of the 3395. Sometimes sort by newest arrivals. I saw that MCho's M7 is listed, but they're showing an A7 picture. Deluxe
Oh,
M700 Pro is here. Yep. Damo Shark is all over there. Oh wow, this mouse is 20 bucks. Maybe you should check this out. So I have one of these. This is the FFJ mouse. It's like a slightly flatter. I think we've talked about it on stream before.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
grip far forward, your thumb does go on the screen, which is glossy, but that's kind of nice. Side buttons on this are amazing. Build quality is actually pretty nice. 20 bucks. This is a steal, dude. Guano blue shell, transparent blue shell, pink dots. Yeah.
Good switch.
Oh, dude, wait a second. This looks a lot like the Aula. Can we go to this Aula mouse and look at the skates on the bottom? Okay, those skates, these skates. Oh, no, they are the front skates different. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom skates look similar. All right. Anywho. Okay. Anything else, Des?
At 1:10 in the morning. Nope.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please subscribing and sharing it with the other mouse nerd friends.
I would.
If you have a question or want to submit a discussion topic, leave it in the comments or join our Discord and engage with us.
Link in the description.
We'll be back next Friday with another episode.
See ya.